We must follow a code of conduct to be able to live peacefully in this world. What is code of conduct, you may ask? A code of conduct is a set of rules outlining the norms and responsibility of proper practice of an individual party or an organization. A code of conduct is a set of rules that let us be part of a community, something bigger than ourselves. The human race is social and intelligent enough to be part of a great community. What is community and why is it so important to point out? A community is a feeling of fellowship with others as a result of sharing common attribute, interest, and goal. From this definition, there is some attribute that stick out to me. Sharing common attribute, interest, and goal. This is really important to point out because with a community that was built from common interest and goal is simply something that the member can relate to and get along with each other. This is about the way each member, especially new member, can grow with each other. The way that I am talking about where a member of the community can grow and become better and more skillful over time is through experience, learning, and mentorship. What is community that I have for myself now? That community is the Army of the United States of America. Going back to review the definition of this principle of being part of the community, the Army and the military itself is a feeling of fellowship with others. As a result of sharing common interests, attribute, interests, and goal, I learned a lot from the Army. As I mentioned before, I learned a lot from the experience and mentorship of my higher ranking enlisted NCO, non-commissioned officer, and officer in my chain of command. Everywhere in the workforce of the civilian world has or should have a chain of command, which is a way to keep order and plan effectively throughout every member within the company. With that being said, a code of conduct will replace officially or unofficially in the workforce everywhere, both military and civilian world. A code of conduct will also be written and unwritten everywhere in the organization. What code of conduct do I follow in my life? In my life, I found to follow 3 set of code. Those code are my accepted behavior of myself when interacting in society. My written Army value of loyalty, duty, respect, self-service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. My Buddhist code of virtue for good, karma. All 3 of this code are very different from each other. However, they have something in common. They all have written and unwritten code of respect. What does it mean to respect other? Respect is when someone shows due regard for the feeling, wish, rights, or tradition of other. With definition, it is safe to say that to show respect, we will not judge other. When we judge other, we think we are better than them in a particular way, and feel that we examine and judge them in. Now our pride and ego will take over the humanity we have at that moment. When we show respect, we are showing humanity a modest or low view of one's importance. We are not more important than the world, the community, the group, or to another individual. In each company, each individual is as important or as another, but when combining all of the importance, that company becomes something more valuable and something great. That is why we need to serve and show the necessary responsibility so that we can bring value to the organization, make the organization better as a whole. How do we actually show respect? We need to show up and listen when someone is talking about anything. Those things can be about their achievement, their problem, or their life in general. Think twice about whatever we are going to say. Ask questions for clarity, and also ask the person if they want to hear a distraction that you already thought twice about. When we have our ego and pride, we are for sure filled with emotion, and that is why we need to control them. One discipline when showing respect is to treat others how you want to be treated. Another important code is integrity. What is integrity and why is it so important? It is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principle. This principle is the second most important correlation in the code of respect. One has to be respectful to and admire enough to another person to show integrity. The reason for this is communication between those two parties. I have learned that if one person respects another person enough, they will want to talk to them, or at least listen to what that person has to say. If one party loses the respect of another party, they will find themselves having harder time listening and wanting to talk to that party. The reason for this is because of strong emotion that came into play. We must earn our respect, and if we were to be given one, we must not take it for granted. The most important thing to point out is when it comes to respect and integrity is trust. The definition of trust is a firm belief in the reliability, trust, ability, or strength of someone or something. We must trust our comrade to do the right thing everywhere and every time. The four principles of trust are competence, character, caring, and consistency. We must use these four principles to build trust. One way that I know when building trust is that we have to get to know other person. Ask and share the thing that we have to do, or we do not have in common. We should have a debate, but not to argue. From a stranger to a great relationship. With all of this being said, we must show respect and integrity as is the most important principle and discipline in a written or unwritten rule of conduct. When we show disrespect and show dishonesty, we will lose the trust of every person that we interact with.